Alright, now as you can see I have drawn a head on the screen, just a very simple head, not too detailed. And as you can see I have put it in a bone layer and I have created it with different layers, layer for the eyes, the nose, the mouth and so on. So before we are going to animate a head turn, we are going to double click on the head layer and we are going to depth sort and we click on enable animated layer order. And then we also go to masking and then we click on hide all and click OK. So now this happens. So what we do, we double click on the head layer and we go to masking, and what we do, we click on add to mask and click on exclude strokes. So now everything that is in front of the head layer will be visible, but if we would take the eye layer for instance, if we would move it, you see it becomes invisible, and we need that for when we want to animate a head turn. So let's put it a bit like this. So first I make sure that the left ear is not added to the mask, but instead we click on don't mask this layer, and same thing for the right ear, masking and then don't mask this layer so we can see it. And also for, no, not the mouth, but the nose, we are going to click right here and we click on don't mask this layer. So now we go back to the bone layer, and what we do, we are going to draw a bone right here above him. Draw it right here. Take the bone strength tool and click, hold the mouse and move to the left so that the bone strength gets reduced. And then we are going to the bone tab and we click on make smart bone dial, and we are going to give it a name. Now as you can see there are two actions created. The first is one where you see the bone go to the left, and the other one, head turn 2, is where he goes to the right. So that way we can move his head to the left and to the right. So let's start with moving his head to the left, and I prefer to have the keyframes right here. And so what we are going to do, we are going to animate the head between frame 0 and between frame 96. So let's start with the head first, and what I do, I make all the other layers invisible. I think that's easier for me. So then I take the transform points tool and I just move this head, make it smaller like this. There we go. So now it will look like this. And then we start with the ears. Let's start with the left ear. So what we do, we start with the left ear, and first we make it a little bit smaller like this, and then we move it there, right here, where the ear should be. So then it will look like this. Now we are going to do the same thing with the right ear. Move it like this, and you see that the right ear is underneath the head, so it's behind the head layer, but we need to have it in front of it. So what we do, we go back, and this is why we clicked enable animated layer order. We go to frame 6 right here, and we move the right ear above the head layer, and you see now that he is in front of him, but if you go back, he's behind it, and you see that right here a keyframe is created. So now he will move like this, which is what we want to have. So now we are going to start with the mouth, and we take we go to the mouth layer, take the transform points tool, and we move the mouth right here like this, And then same thing will happen for the nose. Move it right here, and then we will rotate it like this. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. And then also the eyes. We take the transform points tool and move it right here, and you see this eye becomes invisible. And same thing for the eyebrows. Select them and move them like this. Maybe put it a little bit like this, adjust the points. There we go. So now it will look like this, and there you go. There you have a basic head turn. Finally, what you can also do to give it a little bit more movement, what you do is, if you go to in the middle of the animation, let's say right here, we can take all let's start with eyebrows. Take the transform layer tool and move it a bit down below like this, and then at frame 96 at the end, copy this keyframe right here and then paste it so it gets back where it was in the beginning, and do that, and let's do that for all the layers right now. There we go. So now that we have done everything, we go back to the main line and we take the manipulate bones tool and we move it to the left, and you see that it now moves to the left like we want. So there you go. That's how you make a basic head turn. So anyway, I hope you guys learned a lot about this. I hope this is something that is useful for you in your animation project. And if you have any more questions, leave it in the comments below. And anyway, thanks for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all with the next video.